our vet uses, something like that.
Well, it's not that. It's the German type is a handle about this big, with the end of it being about this much, and the shape of this thing is like so. It's all protected with stainless steel from the base, and inside you have this thing turning. It never reaches around the tissues. It never eats anything other than a little bit of material of the tooth that you actually put inside. So if you have your tooth here with a spike, it'll go just on it. And so it all depends on what kind of material you have, who is doing it, how much expertise they have. It's just like the acupuncture. I mean, if you bring somebody that doesn't know what he's doing, he's going to drive you crazy.
Yeah, it's hard. But you know, people like us, we don't know. Like our vet's been doing the teeth. But then she went to a barn once, and the man said he doesn't believe in sedating them. He just used a file. But then our vet said they can't do very good work with just a file.
No, it depends on what you're doing. If you use a speculum, the horse doesn't like to over-open that space, overspread without a tranquilizer, for the most part. So I don't use a speculum. But I have a tendency not to look to what I'm doing. I'll palpate with my hand inside the mouth and feel what needs to come down and keep doing it until I round the edges.
Oh, I see.
That's the one thing that I do. But somebody else might do it completely different. The one thing that I do not know if I don't put the speculum is if the last molar, which is supposed to be landing on top of the last molar of the lower jaw, hasn't developed a spike that goes right at the side into the gum behind it. I can't see it if I don't have a speculum.
I see.
And for me to put the speculum, very likely I have to tranquilize the horse.
Yeah, right.
So why would you go to the speculum when it has never been done and you know it's never been checked? Then that would be the one reason why I would do it. Otherwise, I will never do it. I do all of the horses that I do are without a tranquilizer. That's me. But I have this kind of rapport with the horses. I go in, I stick my finger inside, I wiggle around a little bit, and then I put the tool, and they let me do it. You know, and it's a game for them and for me.
Oh yeah.
So I don't hit them. I mean, it's just a totally different story.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
So I don't know. It really depends on who you're working with and how they approach a horse. Because if the guy is nervous, believe me, the horse is going to be a pain in the neck to do. But if the horse is calm, you can do anything you want to them. For example, this left hind is already blocked up here, and there's an alignment here that presumably is not going to give me a pull when I pick up the limb. So we will see whether that's the case.
But she maybe couldn't, Lizzie. She maybe couldn't do that because she was hurt too badly.
No, it's not going to hurt you.
No, I said it.
No, I'm just telling her because she's pulling me. I'm telling her that it's not going to hurt her.
Well, it's because it's happened for so long. She's got that line to her brain that says it is.
Right, but you see how she gave me
she did.
the foot? So if I were trimming her, I wouldn't have had a problem in trimming.
Yeah.
But I never do. I mean, I don't have this kind of problem with horses.
Yeah, she doesn't like that one farrier. I don't know.
See that?
Look
That
at
came
her.
out of stretching forward.
Yeah.
Because I haven't stretched to the rear yet. I will do it now. But she's already trusting me enough to let me do it. Such a good girl. Yes, you are such a pretty girl.
Look, she gives him a foot.
There you go.
Looks just like what my brother-in-law
good.
does to people.
All right. So see the difference?
Yeah.
If you do it calmly and you already took the pain, see, if without the acupuncture, I couldn't have done this.
Yeah, right.
I could have hammered it, but I wouldn't have taken the pain away.
Yeah.
So this is a full treatment that needed to be done. All right, let's do this one. And she's used to being handled on the right side, but she should put all the weight on it, and she should feel the weight on it, which is going to put her...
She's weaker on the left side, Liz.
No, but you know what happens is that you're putting all the weight on the other side, and she feels like it's going to hurt.
Yeah.
So all I need to do is let her realize that it won't. It's going to take a couple of maneuvers, and eventually she'll let me do it. But if I get all upset, we're not getting anywhere, see? If I let her feel that she's not hurting like this, then I'll do my maneuver. Forward, rear,
Good girl.
and then I'll flex one more time and get the alignment of the pastern line in one maneuver after she comes down. And the other thing is contact. when you're working with a horse, first thing you do is keep contact. Don't stand too far away, just put your elbow against the horse. Do you hear that?
Yeah.
So that was out. She's been bearing weight on it all the time, you know, coming off this left hind. So that was out. All right, she's ready.
She's done?
Yeah, she's done.
Good girl.
Her front legs didn't need to be pulled.
I already
He
Oh,
did.
you
did it.
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
see it. I was thinking of something else. I was listening to what he was saying.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
very
I wasn't paying
interesting.
attention.
Yeah, they're not too misaligned on the front. Her problem was maybe the withers to the right shoulder. That's where the main pain was, around
Oh,
the
yeah.
base of the neck on the right side. But I don't see. You want me to check before you take her to check the saddles?
Yes, please.
What saddle?
Yeah, he's very good. Dennis is very good with people like that. That's why I say his practice is going downhill in Michigan. Maybe he'd learn something new, but he'd have to go to vet school.
I don't know if that sounds too wide or not wide enough. Not wide enough?
No, the saddle doesn't look like it's bad at all, actually. No. But I'll tell you what I think about other things.
I
First of
got
all,
kicked by a
I
cow
love
when
the
I
wind
was
tick.
little, so I'm a little,
What I don't like
I
about
try
the
not
wind
to
tick
be
is when they get old, they break
even
here.
around horses, because,
They don't break it, they collapse here.
you know,
And with maybe